ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. And whoa, this episode was insane, especially the heart scene, and left a big question: is Yuuji actually dead? And what's gonna happen? So let's get into it and see what this episode had in store for us. Now it picks up right from last week with Sukuna still in control of Yuuji. We still don't know exactly why Yuuji wasn't able to just swap freely like he used to do after Sukuna dealt with the special grade curse. Maybe that's gonna get explained going forward, but yeah, Sukuna still in control, seems to be having fun, enjoying his time off from the sleep chamber, so to say, in Yuuji's body. And Fushiguro is not in an exactly good position because Sukuna just appears behind him wanting to talk. And this is where Sukuna said something very curious, and I think is gonna play an important role moving forward with Sukuna and Yuuji's relationship, so to say. Because he mentioned that Yuuji has been acting cocky and arrogant without a pact. Now, does this mean that Yuuji and Sukuna are gonna form some sort of pact, contract, deal between them? So they're both gonna be able to have a relationship, so to say, as in Sukuna's also gonna have control of Yuuji's body at some point. What is he gonna want from Yuuji? I'm curious what sort of conditions and criteria are gonna be into this pact. Is Yuuji actually gonna get healed by Sukuna? But I'll get to that. Now, Sukuna also has some plans how to stay in control of Yuuji's body. And I gotta say, this scene was probably one of my favorite scenes out of everything so far. And the animation, the art style, everything looked awesome this episode. Like I keep saying, they're just bragging how good the show looks so far. And Sukuna proceeds to just take out Yuuji's heart out of his chest, saying, hey, I can live without it, but the kid talking about Yuuji can't. And says he's gonna take him hostage. Because if Yuuji actually swaps, what can he do without having a heart? That was just brutal, dude. Like, hey, I don't need this. I'm gonna take it out. I can live without it, but you can't. Yeah, I'm starting to like Sukuna quite a lot, honestly. He just doesn't give a fuck. And he knows what he wants. He also eats the finger just to get more power, because why not? And now we have Fushiguro versus Sukuna. Fushiguro still has faith in Yuuji that he's gonna come back and wants to make Sukuna actually heal him. Sukuna figures this out. It's not really gonna work out good for Fushiguro. And we have Fushiguro versus Sukuna, and honestly was just a one-sided battle. Even with all the familiars, the snake, the bird, Sukuna figured out that the familiars are from shadows, and he was actually curious why did Fushiguro run off from the curse, but he quickly didn't care about it. And like I said, one-sided battle. Fushiguro was just a ragdoll, the entire battle being flung out in the air, then slammed into the ground through buildings. He didn't stand a chance, honestly. He was manhandled by Sukuna over there. Now, during this manhandling, so to say, we have some backstory or a bit of glimpse into Fushiguro's past. We also see that he actually cares a lot about his familiars. He doesn't really consider them tools. He even sent back one of them not to get destroyed like the others. And he has these things stuck in his head. He keeps repeating it. The only thing granted equally to all is an unfair reality. Something happened in his past, and it's related to this girl, Sumiki. She died cursed, apparently. Don't know exactly what happened, but it's a trauma for him, and this thing marked him and how he sees the world, the same way as Yuuji and the curse that his grandfather left on him just to save people. This girl seems to have the same effect on Fushiguro as Yuuji's grandfather. and something about her father calling him Megumi. We see that his name also, Megumi Fushiguro. Now, this thing marked him, and he wants to save people unequally, like just save everybody no matter what, and that's why he saved Yuji also back in the first episodes when they actually met each other with the curse in the school. He didn't have a particular reason or something more behind it. He just wanted to save him because of what he went through and how he views the world now, just to save as many people as possible. Now, he also channeling his negative emotions in a way just to go against Sukuna, and Sukuna also mentioned that he's burning his life force against him or something like that, and was something related to a sacred treasure. What was it? Swing and ring 8 grip. But before he can actually finish that technique, he starts talking to Yuji, like I said, telling him directly that he saved him without reason, just having faith in him. And Yuji swaps back, but if you guys remember, he doesn't have a heart, and he actually took it pretty well, honestly. He knew what was happening, he was smiling, saying both of their philosophies work the same even though they're different, saving people, the goal is the same one. He starts laughing, saying live a long life, I don't have much time left, and just collapses down with a hole in his chest, not having any heart. Now, is he actually dead? I don't think he's gonna be dead. Hey, he's the main character. But I feel like he actually died. He needs to be brought back, not that he didn't die. Or maybe, I don't know how this is gonna work with him coming back. Sukuna's gonna be involved, of course, but I'm curious about how the process is gonna work with him coming back, especially about the pact. What is that gonna entail? How is it gonna work? How fair is it gonna be, or one-sided? I'm getting really interested into the series. The characters are awesome. Sukuna is probably my favorite alongside with Gojo. They both seem to have that carefree attitude, so to say, and their serious side when it's called for it, especially with Gojo. We even see it a bit this episode. Now, also get introduced to these mysterious characters who seem to be behind the special great curse. With one of them seems to be a human, a sorcerer, who's also able to control or is in some sort of organization with curses because he's talking to them. They also want to make a deal, but I'll get to that towards the end of the video. Now, we see that Yuji is actually dead in this morgue. And this was all planned and intentional by the higher-ups in the Jujutsu tech world, so to say, the ones who are in control of the organization, because they didn't really like what Gojo did for him just to keep him alive, suspending his execution, and they took advantage that Gojo was out of town and made it on purpose to execute him indirectly, so to say, using the special great curse just to take care of him. They didn't care that the other ones might die also. They even wanted to use that just to get back at Gojo. Bureaucracy, and I don't know, I hope we're gonna see those higher ups and actually pay them back for what they did, because even Gojo got mad. Like we've seen so far, Gojo has this carefree attitude, but this time he actually got mad and he even proposed to, should I kill all the higher ups? I feel like he got attached a bit to Yuji, even more than normal. And one of the new characters we see this episode, Yeri, a doctor, she even says that it's unusual for him to be this emotional. And we have her fiddling with her hair over there, and Ishji, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, he seems to be completely in love with her because she took his defense a bit. That guy is smitten, honestly. All he could do was just think about her and was saying keep going with her taking his defense. Now, the doctor seems to be a bit cold-hearted or direct, because he just wants to take Yuuji apart and test him, run experiments, see what's up with him, why is he a vessel, why is he able to handle Sukuna and so on. I don't know how that is gonna work out, if Yuuji is gonna come back or how is he gonna come back. But I'm curious what she's gonna say when he comes back. Now we have Nobara and Fushiguro talking about the situation with Yuuji dying. Fushiguro blames himself. Nobara is trying to put up a tough front, saying she doesn't really care, he's just a guy she met for like 2 weeks, they don't have any connections. But she cares quite a lot, she's trying to hold back her tears, almost biting her lips or tongue in that case. But yeah, it hit him pretty hard, honestly, and I'm curious what the reaction is gonna be when he actually comes back. We also meet the second years, new characters. The girl Zenin seems to be a fun character. Her entrance wasn't according to her plan, because she said something inappropriate, not knowing that Fushiguro and Nobara lost somebody, in this case Yuuji, and she blamed it on her teammates because they didn't tell her that somebody died. I liked her reactions quite a lot, and her teammates are Panda apparently. Panda seems to be really cool, especially in the end credit scene. The other character, I don't know, seems to be a weird character because he can only talk in rice ingredients for some reason. I don't know, Inumaki was his name, but yeah, he has a quirk, so to say. Also, Zenin and Fushiguro seem to have a history of some sorts, because she calls him Megumin or Megumin. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Konosuba. First thing when I heard Megumin, I was thinking about Konosuba. I miss Konosuba. Where is season 3? There's also another one, Okotsu. He's overseas now. We don't really meet him, but Fushiguro says he's the only one who he respects. I don't know when we're gonna meet or if we're actually gonna meet him. Now the reason why they're there is because they want the first year Nobara and Fushiguro to participate in this school exchange event, which seems to have team battles and individual battles. I feel like it's gonna be a tournament. We're actually gonna get a tournament arc. Hey, why not? School festival, same as My Hero Academia. Exorcist versus Exorcist. Hopefully they're gonna go wild. Is Yuuji gonna be able to participate when he comes back? Imagine Sukuna in a school festival just slamming people left and right. that would be so cool. I would love to see it, honestly. Man, this show has so much potential, especially thanks to the characters and their personality. And it looks awesome. You gotta give it credit where credit is due. It might be the next big thing, as people have been saying, but yeah, hopefully it's gonna keep going. We need a good show, so to say, and Jujutsu might be the thing that saves it. Black Clover saved the anime, in this case is Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, I'm very excited about the tournament. Hopefully it's gonna be a good tournament arc, so to say. Now, Fushiguro and Nobara are also using Yuuji's passing as a sort of motivation for them to get stronger, that something like this doesn't happen in the future. I'm curious what their reaction is gonna be when Yuuji is actually back. And now, like I mentioned, back with those weird curses and the guy who's able to talk to them, or the organization and what's up with them, we see that one of the curses is saying that his boss wants to swap the position of humans and with curses, as in the humans being the one who are supposed to be eliminated, and that the curses are the true beings in how he views the world, because negative emotions are true and humans are just lies. Now, this guy, I'm gonna call him the monk for now. That's the impression I got from him. We don't really get his name. Is he one of the higher ups that have been trying to get rid of Yuuji, or does he have any connection to them? Is he some sort of past exorcist, a traitor or something. I don't know. He's a bit mysterious, but he seems to have a connection with the sorcerer world, so to say. We're probably gonna find out later on who exactly he is or what he wants. Because even the curses want to make a deal with him to join sides, but he has two conditions, and this says a lot about him. Because the first condition is somebody has to take out or incapacitate Gojo. I feel like he's afraid of him. Gojo might be the most powerful character in the series, because if you guys remember a few episodes ago, he said that if even Sukuna was at full strength, he would still win in a fight. Was that overconfidence, or just was he right? Would Gojo actually win in a fight against Sukuna at full power? I feel like he might, honestly, from what I've seen so far, but hey, you never know. Is Gojo the strongest character? Let me know what you guys think about that. Now, the second condition is to bring Sukuna and Yuuji on their side. I don't know why. Does he have any connection with Sukuna? What does he want from them or with them? And the curse said didn't Yuuji died, and this Mon guy, did he though? That was his response. I feel like he knows more than he's letting on. Very mysterious and curious guy. Hopefully we're gonna find out who exactly and what exactly does he want. Now, for the kicker part of the episode, we see a mind discussion, so to say, between Yuuji and Sukuna, same way as Naruto had with his inner beast, if you guys remember, with Kurama. And Sukuna is not really fond that Yuuji has been looking inside him. And that's where the episode ends. I feel like this is where they're gonna make the pact that Sukuna mentioned. I'm curious what the conditions for that pact are gonna be. Is it gonna be the same relationship as Kurama and Naruto, the devil, and Asta from Black Clover? I'm curious where this thing is gonna go. It's been done multiple times in many series, but is Jujutsu gonna have a kicker to it, something different to it? How is it gonna work between them? The pact, conditions. But yeah, Sukuna is gonna have some redefined print, honestly. That's my advice for Yuuji with Sukuna, because he seems to find the loopholes in everything. Now, very, very awesome episode. Got me even more hooked into the series. I'm curious what you guys thought about it. Let me know in the comments below. And now, for the end credit scene, we have the panda character getting bullied because of his smell, especially by Zenin. But he doesn't really seem to smell, because Nobara and Fushiguro actually smell him, and according to them, he smells like sunshine. And even Zenin got interested into that. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, just remember to always watch the end credit scenes for Jujutsu Kaisen. And if, like I been saying, awesome episode, awesome series. I'm curious where it's gonna go. Excited for the future of the series. So thank you very much for watching. Keep enjoying Jujutsu Kaisen. I loved it. I'm curious what you guys thought about it. You know the drill. Remember to like and subscribe also. It helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series I follow. So keep enjoying Jujutsu. I'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye.